Hey guys, it's Run for Make It by Ren. If you want to see this look, as well as a giveaway on the Sedona Lace 168 palette, stay tuned for more. Hey guys, so I'm back with another tutorial, and this is a look that I've created today. Very pretty wearable look. I don't even know what I'm going to call it, but you have a lot of kind of peachy pinks and plums going on, so it's a really flattering look. I feel like a lot of people could wear it. It's polished. It's just like a good go-to kind of color combination, and I'm actually wearing this for Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day when I'm filming this, so I'm not sure when I'm going to upload it, but this is a look that I picked because it's pretty, but it's not too much, you know what I mean? So the reason why I'm doing this video is because I had this palette, the Sedona Lace 168 palette, and I wanted to play with it and do a tutorial showing you guys how I used it. And I've actually already done a couple different looks with this on my blog, so if you don't read makeitbyrenren.com, make sure to do that because I post 5 days a week, all different kinds of things. And I just do now, I think I'm just sticking to one video on YouTube a week, so. This palette is the newest edition. Usually you'll see an 88 palette, you might see the 120 palette, and now they have the 168. So you get two different layers, and they're a little bit smaller than the 120s, but still a little bit bigger than 88 pans. You get a whole bunch of colors, and I will do this tutorial and then I'll kind of give my quick review at the end, as well as do my giveaway at the end. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into the tutorial, so if you want to see how I did this look, stay tuned for more. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the tutorial. This is the eye that we'll be doing, and I've already got my foundation on. I'm using NYX HD foundation in medium, and I have on Tarte Under Eye Concealer, and I have on Eve Pearl HD Dual Finish Powder and Tan. And yeah, so let's use this palette right now, which is the Sedona Lace 168 palette. I used it to do my eyebrows. I just used the brown shadows right here. So it has some different browns. I used that one to fill it in and that one to outline it. So the brows are done, and the eye is already primed with NYX eyeshadow base and skin tone. So let's go ahead and jump right to the shadows. So first I'm going to take an eyeshadow brush, wet it with a little bit of Fix Plus, and I am going to get a shimmer color. So that's like a light pinky champagne, and it's going to go on the inner third of my lid. And I wet the brush because it shows up a little bit more with this particular color. Okay, then I'm going to take a coppery orange color, which is this one right here. And then I'm going to apply that using the same brush, but flipping it over. And I'm going to get the middle of my lid and blend it really softly into the champagne. Now I'm going to get a crease transition color. I'm going to use this little peachy tone right here and a fluffy Billy B brush. And I'm just going to kind of prime the area above my crease. And then for a highlight, I'm going to take this color right here, which is like an ice gold color. Right there. And this is a random brush I got from a beauty show. But it's just going to let me put the highlight right underneath the brow bone at the highest point. Okay, and then we're going to get a crease brush. This is a Tarte crease brush, and I'm going to get a burgundy color. We're going to use this color right here, it's like a plummy kind of color, and then get it on the crease brush. And then we're going to use really light motions and begin to etch out the color. And I'm kind of creating the outer V, and I'm also going in circular motions above the crease. And get a little bit more. Build the color up just a tad. Okay, then we're going to darken out the outer V a little bit, and I'm going to use a deeper brown. Really use this dark brown right here, and a little brush. This is the Eve Pearl little smudger brush, and then I'm just going to go right in this little crevice and darken it and blend it at the same time. Okay, and let's go ahead and blend out. I just kind of like to have this go out a little bit more that way because I feel like it kind of elongates the shape of my eye, so I bring it up a little bit more. Okay, let's go ahead and line. I'm just going to use my MAC Pen Ultimate liquid liner. Okay. On the waterline, we'll use a pencil. This is the L'Oreal Wear Infinity Ebony Pencil. This is like a really old one, but it's just like a soft black, so it's not really a black, it's more like a soft black. And it's good because it'll deepen out the eyes, but it won't be too intense. So then I'm going to take this smudger brush again, and I'm going to get some of that plummy color that we put in our outer V, plummy brown color, and I'm going to apply it to the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take that dark brown and that I use in the little socket right here, and I'm going to put it just on the outside. Now let me go ahead and apply a little bit more of the lip colors. I'm going to apply a tad more of that pinky champagne right here, and just put a little bit there, just to get a little bit more of a pop. A little bit more of that coppery orange color. Okay, and let's go ahead and throw in some lashes. I am using Sonia Kashuk. These are the, I think these are like the glamour lashes. So I'm going to pop these on and be right back. Okay, so the lash is on, and I also applied mascara. This is the NYX Fly With Me mascara. It's really cool because it has a little bulbous tip right there. And I'm going to get the lower lashes really quick. Whatever lashes I have. And like I said, my foundation's already done, so I also contoured with MAC Blunt Blush. So now all is left is the cheeks. I'm going to use this NYX HD Grounding Blush, and the color is called Ménage à Trois. So it's like this nice corally color, so it's going to really brighten up the complexion. Okay, so it's a really pretty kind of apricot coral color. And then on top I'm going to use this NYX blush in Terracotta just to kind of give it a little bit more of a glow. I'm going to put it in the upper part just to kind of see how it gives my cheeks some shimmer. Okay. And then for the lips, I'm going to do not like my usual pale pink, but I'm going to use this really pretty color called Climax by Eve Pearl. So it's a little bit more of a deeper rosy coral, rosy copper color kind of thing. And it's a very flattering color combination with everything going on. And that's the final look. So it's really flattering. It's like got a lot of warm pinks and kind of bronzy plums. So pretty much everybody can wear this color combination. You can just kind of adjust the colors as necessary. And there's more than enough like lighter and darker shades in here to compensate. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And I used the 168 palette from Sedona Lace. So you got all of these eyeshadows, and this is the look I came up with. I've already done a couple different looks using this palette throughout the last couple of weeks that I've just worn on my own, testing it out, and I've noticed that it's a little bit better even than the 88 palettes. I don't know why, but the quality of these kind of palettes, sometimes it's pretty similar depending on, you know, it doesn't matter, like all the 88 palettes have similar quality. But there's something about this palette where the colors are a little bit more pigmented and they stay a little bit better. They don't blend out as easily. So that's a plus. I'm like not like hating on that. I think that's great. You get 168 colors, which is the most of all the palettes. And they're a pretty good size still. They're bigger than the 88 palette wells, I think. Just maybe a tiny bit bigger. So you have your browns, all your browns and kind of like your gold tones, and you have greens, blues, then you have your smoky colors on the top, you have pinks and purples, and some more coppery colors. So there's neutrals and brights, not just one or the either. So if you haven't gotten on the 88 palette bandwagon, I think that this would be great to just go ahead and get this palette because it has everything you need, and you know, the colors are just going to encompass the whole rainbow and spectrum. So good job to Sedona Lace on this palette. I highly recommend it, especially if you haven't gotten a bunch of the other 88 palettes and stuff before. So that's my thoughts on it, and if you want to try it out for yourself, I am having a giveaway. Yay! So to win this 168 palette from Sedona Lace, all you have to do is go to my blog, makeitbyrenren.com, leave a comment telling me why you want to win. And of course, I will pick a winner at random, and then I'll announce it on my blog, makeitbyrenren.com, on the following Monday. So that's really it. All you have to do is be a subscriber and a blog follower, and then just leave a comment. So thank you to Sedona Lace for sponsoring another amazing product. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I will have pictures right after this. So again, thanks for watching and have a great night. Ciao, Bellas.